Hi, I'm Ainsley Gardner, and I'm going to teach y'all some basic wood burning techniques. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the wood over to the back to show you some control and stuff. So with my wood burner, a good medium heat that I like to use is I like to have my dial at 210. And this means that basically if I hold on right here, yeah, it's going to go dark, but that means that I just have a bit more time before it goes completely black, so I can get this nice golden brown color. And I like to use this for the light parts in the fur. And to do that, how to make fur texture is what you're going to do is you're going to make these little V's, and it gives you like a light brown color. Now if I turn my wood burner up to 250, my tip is going to get hotter, like a lot hotter, and it's going to go black faster. So I'm going to get darker colors. So when I do this, I can make shadows in the fur. So I'm going to turn my burner back down to 210, and I'm going to flip it over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on some highlights in the fur. So I'm just going to go here and do my little V's in the direction that I think the fur would be growing. And then this dot right here is going to be a spot in my tabby. So I'm going to turn my burner up to 290 to get a really nice black dot here. I'm going to turn my burner back down, and I'm going to work on a different area. In this area, you can see this fur is supposed to be quite a bit darker. So my wood burner is going to be up at 230. And I'm going to move the tip of my burner slower. The slower you move your tip of your burn, so here, let me show you. So if you move very slowly, you get dark lines. But if you move fast, you get light lines that don't show up as well. So theoretically, I could do my light portions and my dark portions all at the same heat. But if I do that, then I don't have as much control over the burn as I like to have. So that's why I always change my heat, depending on the different part that I'm working on. So I'm gonna go in here, I'm just gonna make my V's, picturing the direction a cat's hair would grow. And you can see we're starting on a curve of a body. So the fur is gonna go to the right slightly, to try to emphasize that curve. Wood burning is something you have to be really careful with, because if you linger for too long on one spot, then it gets too dark and you've ruined it. It's just all about control. Making sure you stay at the same speed. Another thing I like to do when wood burning is, you can see up here I have some light colored fur, but it's a bit too light for my liking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my burner up to 250. I'm going to press it on here, and I'm going to go in really fast circular motions to darken the wood. To darken the wood before the fur is behind. So this is a really good thing to fill in gaps. So say this faint outline on the circle. If I wanted to get a good even color there, I would do these little circular motions because they don't leave lines behind. And that's kind of the idea behind what I'm doing. I'm doing it fast so that the wood behind the fur gets all nice and colored, but you still have that fur pattern in the foreground. is also really good for making shadows. So I'm going to shadow. I'm going to turn my burner up to 280, and I'm going to shadow the draw using this method. Now to try to blend into the fur, I'm going to try to pull it. And I've noticed that my heat is just a tiny bit too high to pull it well. So I'm going to turn it down to 260. And I'm going to really focus on blending it out. As you can see, you have a really nice shadow, and it gives our cat a bit more dimension. And that's going to be all for this video, and I hope that this can help you with your wood burnings.